Hey, it's Aodán here, AodánCoin.com, where I teach you how to play in DADGAD guitar. This lesson is going to be a follow-up to my inside minor skeleton scale. So if you haven't seen that, I'll have it in the description. You can check that out, then come back and learn this. So what we're going to do in this lesson is we're going to take what we learned in that inside scale, which was the inside D minor scale, and we're going to apply it to the outer D string as well. So we had the full skeleton scale inside. Now we're going to play it on the outside. So it just kind of beefs things up. So it's just a nice one to have for messing around. And you can switch between that outside one and the inside one. So let's get learning it. We'll start with just the two strings, the outside D and this inside G. So we're just going to be using our thumb and our first finger just to get the shapes in our head. So we're going to be playing this D and A, this fifth, one finger. Then we're going to move on from here. The next is this E and the G, going up in thirds from here on out. So we have this E and G. Next one, we have first and second finger. So that's playing the F. Second finger on the third string of that low D string, first finger on the second fret of the G. Then we're going up a little bit more of a stretch. We have the first finger on the third fret of that G now, and our third finger on the fifth fret. Now we're going to keep this shape, and we're just going to slide it up. So this is our A minor shape. So we have the A, and we have this C note on the fifth fret of that G string. Then we're back to this half shape with the B flat, third finger on the 8th fret of that low D. And we have the second finger on the 7th fret. You can play it with your first and second finger if you like, whatever your preference, whatever feels comfortable. I just play it with my second and third. Then we slide it up to play that C and E. So we have our second finger on the 9th fret there. And then finally we have our D minor shape, which is D and the F. So first finger on the 10th fret, third finger on the 12th fret of that low D. Cool. So we'll start opening things up now and allow that DADGAD sound to come out. So we'll go through these shapes, playing all the strings. So first one, we have the second. We just have that kind of passing note on the E. Next up is this F shape, followed on G minor shape, and then we're holding that shape, sliding it up. We're back to this half shape, keeping that shape and sliding it up again, the C position, and then finally we have the D minor again. Now some people would like to know the names of these chords. Usually I just go through it and use the bass note as the name, but if you want to know the full name, I'll go through them as well for you. So you have this D modal or D5. Simply, if you look at the notes at the bottom, you have the Ds and As. So that's the first and the fifth. We go through it. This is an E minor 11th. So it's an 11th because the 4th and the 11th note of the E minor scale is going to be an A, and we have two A's in here, one low and one high. So you go with the high one. High A is the E minor 11. You're playing the 11th. So then we have this F6 or F add 6. The 6th note of the F scale is going to be a D. So we have D's in here, two D's there. Going up again, A minor add 2. So the second note in the G minor scale is going to be A. So we have two A's in here, G, A. That's why it's called a G minor add 2. And we have this A minor add 11. So once again with DADGAD, you can keep things simple and just call this A minor. but it's called an A minor 11th because the 4th and the 11th note of the A scale is going to be 2 Ds. So you have the D here and the D for that high 11th note. Up to this, you have the B flat minor 7, or major 7, sorry, B flat major 7. So the 7th note in the B flat scale is going to be an A. So you have 2 A's there. Then we have C6 add 9. So the 6th note of the C scale is going to be an A, and the 9th note is going to be a D. So you both have an A and a D. And finally, we are at this D minor, so we can breathe a sigh of relief. D minor, easy. So, back again. So that's just a fun thing to mess around with. You can add any rhythms you want in with your right hand, and I would suggest going up, practicing it slow, go up through those shapes, get them in your head, then start adding a rhythm into it. And then play around with it, just start jumping around. You can add in the inside scale then. Add on your capo, and you can play the same thing in different keys. So, and on the outside. So a capo on the 5th fret would be G minor. So that's just how you go about it. I would suggest practicing with the capo in different positions and getting used to those shapes. Hope you enjoyed that lesson. If you did, give it a like, thumbs up, and share it. If you have any questions or comments, just leave them below. And you can also check out the free DADGAD cheat sheet, which is completely free, and I've packed lots of stuff into it, so that'll be right up here as well. I'll see you on the next lesson.